Okay.
And we'll get this show on the road. Go ahead and introduce yourself, tell who you are and what you're all about, and we'll get rolling.
Okay. Hi, my name is Joe Pearson. I'm an old guy. I'm a local Southern California guy. Love wakeboarding. And let's get this show rolling. I got to read some questions. Who am I? I just told you. What's that?
Oh, there you are. Okay, also, do you see the audio quality? Take a look at the video quality slider.
Play to the right.
Slide it up to the right a little bit. Then you need to turn down the
All right. How's that? My speakers are off.
Okay, cool. We just need to hang up the phone and we'll let you have it.
All right, cool, Dave.
Okay, thanks, man.
You got it. Bye-bye. Hi, I guess we're live on Stoke TV, which I'm kind of new to this, so I'm going to answer some questions. I see my sister's online. Hello, Sister Julie. She just bought a new house up in Santa Maria, which I hope to go up soon and ride up in Lake Nacimiento with some other friends of mine live up there, the Fred Escalera and some other friends. Hi, Abby. Hi, Mike. My sister says, how do we ask a question? Just type them in. Yes, I am the T-shirt master. My company is Action 2. For an easy way to reference that, or my website is action2.net. The number 2. Oh, Tess is Chris. Okay, hi, Chris. You knucklehead. Yes, I made some LA Lakers shirts for some friends. I made them after the second game, actually, because we needed them. Oh, my sister says I do awesome work on T-shirts, which she's biased, but she's very right. I've been doing shirts since 1978 as far as a business, and that's what I do. I draw pictures. I love the wakeboard industry. I've done stuff for, no, I don't know Kobe. Does Kobe wakeboard? I don't think so. Probably couldn't find him bindings for him. Do I make children's shirts? Yes, I certainly do. Back to some of my wakeboard shirts. I've done the World Contest, the National several times. You know, I'm talking about the WWA. Did this one, the New Jersey Wake Fest, which was last Saturday, and of course New Jersey. Alex did that through me. I think we've done that the last 4 years. I've done the Louisiana Spring Fling, shirts for Liquid Force, Ronex, Hyperlight. Plan to do some for Company Wake with Justin Stevens. Pat McElhaney down in Seguin, Texas. My sister asked, where do I see the sport of wakeboarding going in the next 10 years? And that shirt rocks. Oh, thank you. Next 10 years, it's going to be crazy. We're going to have such young little rippers. I started at an old age. So these young kids, just they're going off. Yes, I do a lot of movie T-shirts. You have to ask Alex for the one of these shirts. Did I try any new sports lately? Yes, I went. Scott, my buddy Scott, we went paddleboarding today, which is a stand-up surfboard with a single paddle. We went around Huntington Harbor, stopped at a bar, had a beer, and it's just a gorgeous day out. Just hardly any wind. We just had a big blast. Gee, who's my favorite wakeboarder? Oh, I have several favorites. I couldn't say one favorite. I can give you a list of favorites. Damien Klaas, his son, Pat McElhaney, the Boniface, Chad Sharp, Danny Harf, Emily, Melissa. Geez, it just, my list goes on. Randy, Ricky. I can call him Randy because I've known him since he's 15. I was with Ricky Gonzalez and Randall Harris at Brostock. They both said, yo to you. Hey, guys. Yeah, my friend Darren Medley taught Ricky Gonzalez his first back roll. And now Ricky's exploded. I love seeing his big tantrums to blind and all that. Other favorite wakeboarders be my wife, because she's my age and we can't get anyone else our age to hardly go in the water. Yes, I taught Chris Teschler his first back roll. I think I taught him his first and only one, but I hope he's done more than that. We need to get him to go out to Mexico with us. He goes to the river and he needs a big wake and some glass water. Oh, my sister says, Happy Father's Day. Joe, are you still doing inverts? I haven't even done any. I'm getting a phone call here, but my phone's not up here.
Call from Newport, alright.
Susie, if you're around, go get the phone. Oh, I couldn't hardly read my sister's writing. Do I still do inverts? I have one back roll, and I plan to add a toe side front this season and some more spins. I do a wrap 3, and actually had Danny Harf teach me a regular handle pass 3 up in Nacimiento years ago. And I get behind my boat and I go up and I don't do it. So that's why I still do them wrapped. What's the first experience on a wakeboard like? We were on Scurfers back then, which they're pretty hard to get up since they're so buoyant, about like that thick. What's my favorite first experience? What was the board? Actually, mine wasn't a Scurfer. It was made, which was made by Tony Finn. Mine was an O'Brien, probably made by Herb. If I have an idea for a sport T-shirt, what should I do? Give me a call. You know that, Scott. Go to my website, and you got my phone number. What titles have I won? Won some local titles at Canyon Lake contest. I've been doing those for quite a few years. And I won the Veterans Division, and I won the Super Vets last year, which is 50 and over. Veterans is 40 and above. And in 2002, on my 25th wedding anniversary, I went down to Pat McElhaney's place down in Seguin, Texas. And we trained for a couple days. Stacy, his late wife Stacy, myself, and Pat drove from there up to Dallas, Fort Worth, where we met my wife, picked her up on a plane. It was our 25th wedding anniversary. And we came back, and the room was all decorated by Pat and Stacy, and a bunch of champagne and flowers and balloons. It was all cool. And the next day we went out. Both of us won the national wakeboard title, which is on my wall back here, right there. I can't quite point to it. Pat won the Masters, and I won the Veterans. And now Pat's a veteran, and now we guys got like Matt Vermillion and just some of these young kids that are in the veterans age that are just like ripping. They've multiple inverts. Oh, I have a yeah, Matt Staker. Yeah, he's been to our house. He's also in the movie Waterboy. If you have a magnifying glass, you can look on the screen and see him. He's in the crowd in the background. You can you really can't see him, but he'll point it out to you where he's at. He's selling hot dogs, but he told us when he's down filming for Wide Awake that he was going to be in a movie with Adam Sandler. Let's see. Oh, the Staker's online right now. Anyway, so let's see. So a year later, we finally saw the movie and we couldn't see him in it, but we got a big laugh out of it. Wakeboard Magazine did a little blurb that only the few people that are our house knew what it was all about. And what was cool is when Matt jumped out of the helicopter in San Vicente, I got the wakeboard from that. All the Liquid Force riders signed it, and it's up on my wall in Mexico. No, I didn't make Rostock. What's my funniest experience with the pro wakeboarders? That's probably at my house in Mexico. Some of the guys were, the first night there, they're going, hey, they talked to my daughter Jennifer, don't let me go to sleep first. So one of the guys, I think it was, I don't know if it was Staker or not, but they fell asleep. So the guys put black marker all over him, and of course in the morning wakes up, and we were all laughing, and he didn't see it until the next morning when he saw it in the mirror. So that was pretty funny. Who's the funniest person you've come across in the sport of wakeboarding? That's from DV. The funniest. I'm going to have to think about that. I would think one of the funniest is Sean Murray. He's just a funny crack up. Been around him, he don't know him real well, but he's a great rider and he's a super funny guy. How often do I get to go out wakeboarding? Not enough. Right now I've only gone probably 3 or 4 times this season, and when I go I'm pulling a bunch of other people, and we need to make a real serious guys trip, or a trip where we push each other. Cause I go out there, I don't want to fall. Too old. Jack L. What board bindings do you rock? I think it means do I ride. I ride the Ronix Viva board, that's Chad Sharp's board, and I ride the short bindings, the Parks bindings. I think they're the Relics. The best bindings I've ever set feet in, and I've ridden a lot of different bindings. In the past, I've always, halfway through my ride, I have to re-stretch or tighten my laces or bindings, whatever style I'm riding. These, I actually loosen them up before I ride because they stay as tight as I crank them down, and I crank my bindings very hard. What kind of wakeboard boat do I have, and do you live on a lake? No, I live in Huntington Beach, about 2 miles from the ocean, so I get to surf. The lake I ride locally is Canyon Lake, and normally I'll ride contests there. The river that I keep my boat at is it's a 2005 Super Air Nautique, all weighted down, and it stays in my garage in Mexico. Somebody says, Joe, I've also heard that you were tubing in Mexico with Dave Williams of Wake World. No, he's like always in front of me, pulling his kids tubing while I'm trying to get a good ride in. He's kind of famous for that. He's about a half a mile from me, but somebody has a radio says, Joe's on the water, go out and kill it for him. Yes, I do know Tito Ortiz. Used to do quite a bit of shirts for him for the punishment, and he had put on local wrestling events. He went to Huntington High School and also Golden West College, which are both here. In fact, my youngest daughter is going to Golden West next year, trying to get in the nursing program. What's it like putting together a wakeboard contest? Well, a wakeboard contest, I don't put them on. I just go ride them. I help out with the t-shirts and any graphics. Damian Class, Robin Valdez, Jeff Frew, all those guys at Canyon Lake, they work their butts off putting it together. And there's a list of people behind them Julie Class, Gretchen, Cindy. There's just a ton of people that put on a contest. I would call them directly to find out the guts on that. No, Mike Tesher wants to know if I still ride with Jim Lambros. No, I never rode with him. I'm just not that good. Yeah, Tito's very nice guy. He's real soft-spoken. A lot of times what you see on TV is not the real deal. Do you do your own printing? How did you get into doing the? How do you get into doing swag? I started printing in high school in 1967 when I was done with all the art courses they had in my high school. So my art teacher, Mr. Mummert, said, "Hey Joe, you want to learn to screen print or a silk screen?" Because we actually used real silk back then. So anyone who calls it silk screening today, it's not true. It's a screen printing because we use a monofilament fiber. Do you do the artwork? Yes. From Abby. Do I do artwork? Yes. I do all my own artwork, but I take other people's artwork all the time and make it print ready or tweak it and fix it. My dad's a commercial artist and a musician. My brother got the music, and I've got the artwork. I can't sing at all. I'm bad at that. My sister wants to know, when am I going wakeboarding next, and are you going to Mexico for Father's Day? I wanted to, but Saturday, Jade, who's my senior, actually graduated Edison High School, she's coming back from the Supai Indian Reservation, which is the bottom of the Grand Canyon. It's, I think, a 13-mile hike. She went down with our church a week ago, Saturday morning. And she comes back Saturday afternoon, this coming Saturday. So if we go, it would be Sunday morning. But I believe we're going to go to my daughter Jennifer's house in Kitts and have a barbecue and drink a couple hundred beers. That'd be my ideal Father's Day. Oh, Karch went to Supai because I have a Supai a year ago before the flood. I didn't know there was a flood. How did I get into the wakeboard scene? Geez, I was a water skier, and then I was a kneeboarder, then I was a scurfer, and then I think my first kind of wakeboard was the K2 Woody board. They had a Woody and a Cherry. I had the K2, and I went from there, and I went. Happened to meet Tony Finn at an LA Boat Show. We started talking, and he hooked me up with one of the early liquid force boards and the suction bindings, and I went from trips and all that. And just knowing Tony Finn, I got to know Jimmy Redmond, and that's how I did the shirts for the World's Contest several times. And actually, Jimmy did the artwork for those. And for the Nationals. And shoot, I've done a lot for that. How to meet crazy man Maurice? I got invited to go to his Facebook, and so I signed up because I knew it was a wakeboard site. I think Jeff Frew from Candy Lakes gave me the link or something like that. I suggested Chad Sharp go on his site. He joined. And then about 2 weeks later, Maurice calls me up and says, "Hey, Alex Kinnon from the New Jersey Wake Fest said, hey, I got to give you a call to do T-shirts." He said, "You're the man for the wakeboard shirts." So I said, "Cool, I know him." I go, "Well, how about JB? Do you know JB?" He goes, "Yeah, I know JB." Then he goes, "I worked on that." This is Maurice, who's a partner in Stoke Meter. Maurice goes, "Yeah, I worked on the push process with Justin Stevens." I go, "No, I know Justin Stevens because he's been to my house in Mexico." And Maurice couldn't stop laughing. Everybody he kept bringing up. I go, "No, I know that guy," or this and that. And want to know if I knew like Randall? I go, I go, I know Randy, because I've known him since he was 15 here. Randy's a local Huntington Beach resident, now living in Canyon Lake, but I think he just moved to Bakersfield, up by some of those lakes up there. So I've known his family, but he's Randy to me because I'm an old guy. And he asked if I'd known Melissa. I go, yeah, I've known her since she was 12. So that's how I met Maurice. And then I made some shirts, and he talked to Justin, and Justin goes, oh my God, he goes, I got to use this guy to do my company wake shirts. So it's a small, tight little world, a wakeboard world. And back to all the pros, you can meet nicer people. There's no one you can't approach. Goes on from there. What shirt designs am I working on right now? Actually finished up some shirts for next year's Rose Bowl parade. The pedal pushers are the people that actually put all the flowers on the floats. We did the first batch today, and then those are going to be taken to Wisconsin, I think Louisiana, here in Southern California, to the different distributors. And it's called the pedal pushers. And what else I'm working on? I did a bunch of stuff for some schools, Laguna Beach High School water polo team. What else did I do today? Can't think. I'm working on a scuba dive boat, the Sand Dollar, friend of mine's boat. We go catch lots of lobster in the wintertime. Working on a local bar out of bounds, doing a design for them. Oh, I saw some of my jerseys at Bro Stock. You know, my favorite jerseys was the Liquid Force. I think the 0-0 in the year 2000. Everybody that was at Nationals had a Liquid Force jersey with 0-0 on it for the year. Oh, my sister Julie says that's cool. The National Cat, which she works at here in Newport Beach, even though she works part-time, they love their t-shirts. I just did for them recently. Do I ever have to travel much, or do I work from your home? I travel just locally because most of my customers are locally. I did make it up to Ronix and Hyperlight last March. Got nice tours of both their factories, and it's just unbelievable that wakeboards don't cost a hell of a lot more. All the handiwork that goes in them. Oh, what advice do I have to give somebody trying to start a t-shirt line? DV, are you talking about a wakeboard line or specific, or just what kind of a line are you talking about? Oh, she's not sure yet. Okay, well, I'm going to say if you're starting, let's just say a brand line, yeah, you want to get probably 8 or 10 designs together. And in today's world, you don't have to actually make all the film, the screens, do all the printing samples. You can actually do electronic sample, place them on a shirt, and make kind of a web brochure, or print them out or email them to prospective customers. You got to define who's your. DV says she's going to do my own designs. That's fine, but you got to figure out who your target audience is, or buyers rather. That's what I would suggest. And then go to a local print shop, get some pricing. If you want to go to my website, which is action2.net, I give free advice. The question is, are my girls wakeboarding much, or are they surfing? Jade is an awesome surfer. She really rocks. Jade's been on the surf team here in Huntington Beach at middle school for 3 years. I had this varsity high school surf team for 4 years with Coach Forgerini. She just loves the sport. She wakeboards usually once or maybe twice on a weekend if she has some girlfriends down with her in Mexico. They don't do any competitions. Jasmine sliced her head real bad last year, so she's kind of a little wary of it. And Jennifer is more of a sky skier, and they all sky ski. Even my wife Susie, so that's kind of fun. DV says, do I recommend a smaller niche or a larger one? I would think as a startup company, go to a smaller niche. Something that's a little let's see, a larger one. I mean, if you're trying to get in the surf industry, you got to have billions of bucks behind you. But with a smaller niche, you can hit a smaller target audience. Jack L, do I have a website? Yes, it's action2.net. And you can see my boat on the contact page. What is sky skiing? Sky skiing is like it's a hydrofoil. The first one around was the air chair, and then there was another company formed because they kind of split off. The air chair was invented, so that's what I have. So I call it sky skiing. I mean, I don't have an air chair, I have a sky ski, so I call it sky skiing. It's pulling behind a boat, but you're about 3 foot high, riding under the waterline on a hydrofoil. Go to skyski.com, you probably, or YouTube, or Google it. You see some crazy people out there. Do I do any tricks? I don't know who SSL is. I've got a few tricks. My big thing is I like to go really huge, wake to wake. I ride about 25 miles an hour with an 85-foot rope. I just do like big tweaks, do the fashion air. I'll grab the foil, not the foil, but the shaft down the foil. And a trick that Damien Class knows, but it starts off with something nosebleed and crown. I can't tell you the whole thing on the line. I've done a few inverts. I've also done a 1.5 on the sky ski, which is hard to land. I've done one 360. Is probably like 360 to face plant. Who's my favorite sky skier? That's got to be Mike Murphy by far. Second place is his mom, who passed away a year ago, Mary Murphy, who passed away at age 84. When she was 79, she rode from Long Beach, California to Catalina and back. And she did it every birthday, even including her 84th birthday. Catalina is 26 miles away, and that's just a hell of a feat. And she was just a great woman. And after that, it would be Damien Class again. Who would I like to see on Stoke Meter? Oh, boy. Well, I like to see like Staker, any of the, the Florida guys. They're all fun. Damien Class, Jeff Brew would probably be great. He does great announcing. I'd also like to see JB on here. Just he's one of my top 2 announcers. JB's super exciting. I rode once in the LA Open, like about 1997. Tony Finn was the announcer, and he could make the crappiest run. You feel like a king because he goes bananas, and one of those guys would be super fun to hear. And then Paul O'Brien, Greg Dick, any of the guys, Greg Nelson, Justin Stevens, all these guys are all would be cool on here because they're from the core. They know the industry inside and out. Yes, I do snow ski and snowboard. What would you say the easiest water sport is to learn? Skimboarding's pretty easy, but I wouldn't really call that a water sport. Wakeboarding's pretty easy because you can get up slow and stay slow, and there's not a lot of drag on you like a water ski. Surfing, there's a learning curve. If I could change one aspect of wakeboarding, what would it be? I would think just in the pro division, I don't like to see all the apparatus because everyone does the rail. You know, they might hop on 90, come off 270. It's kind of boring to me. I like to see them go big, so I like the free riding formats. What do I think of the image wakeboarding has right now? I think it has a very positive image. The people that know what it is, so often I have to tell people it's kind of like snowboarding behind a boat. They go, oh yeah, okay, I saw that. And they go, isn't that really hard on your arms? I go, no, I think it's probably 30% of the pull you might get on a water ski or less. What's the youngest wakeboarder I've ever seen? Well, on the internet I've seen them really young, but probably 4- and 5-year-olds out at Canyon Lake. What I think will take the wakeboarding to the next level in the public eye? Just more TV coverage. It'd be great if it was an Olympic sport. Shoot, they got those flag things in the rhythm gymnastics. Come on. I'd rather, it's kind of stupid. But just more publicity. I know some of the other magazines are picking up wakeboarding articles here and there. So in the public eye, just it's all good positive. I think more even get on ABC or more. Oh, there's that Claritin commercial. They have that girl who says, "Hey, take Claritin, whatever this is." But really, I just found out it was Emily Copeland Durham doing the wakeboarding. But should have had her do the commercial. Just more TV stuff. I think could get more public eye. Maybe put on some TV shows. Maybe come up with a better long version movie. Has some actors and real wakeboarders in it. What events are coming up? Shoot, I think Jacob Valdez told me today he's leaving to Wisconsin, so I think the Nationals are, I'm not sure, like in a week from now, something like that. Next Canyon Lake Wakeboard contest isn't until August 8th. That's probably my next competition. I just didn't have the dough to go to Wisconsin. I think that's where the Nationals are, yeah. I think the Worlds are in Oklahoma, of all places. What events? Oh, other than Mexico and Canyon Lake, where's your favorite place to wakeboard? I wakeboard those places like all the time. So probably the other favorite place I've ever wakeboarded at is near Florence, Italy, with a guy named PG. He was the Italian Masters champion. We were over there about 4 years ago. My daughter Jasmine went to school there for a semester in Florence, and we just had a blast. I got to go have a fun ride behind his boat, and just beautiful. I'm wakeboarding in Italy. Real fun thing on that is he didn't speak very good English, And we're sitting around before we went wakeboarding, just talking, getting to know each other, having a beer. And he goes, "Come on, Joe." He goes, "What size wake?" He goes, "What size table do you like?" And I'm thinking, the table like on my wake. I go, "Well, my hand's down here, well, about 2 foot high." And he's looking at me. He goes, "Well, what size table do you want?" He goes, "Oh, come with me." So he opened up this big closet, or a big garage deal, and there's all the wakeboards lined up. He meant, by his word of table, was his way of saying, "What size board do I like?" And so I thought that was pretty funny. He probably thought, "Stupid American," So once we got that dialed in, I found a 3-fin older Belmont board. I knew how that rode, so I took that, threw his bindings on it, and had some fun. In fact, picture me on the Wake World, on my thing, Pearsonville. That's one of those shots is from Italy. Any new gear that's you're interested in trying out? Oh yeah. I need to ride more on my stuff, but I'm riding the Viva board and the Parks bindings. I wouldn't change bindings. I would try different boards. I love that board, but I'm always willing to try something new. I ride a rope with the little Randy Harris handle, just because I have to wrap to do my threes. Have I ever ridden Lake Plow? Yes. I was there about 5 years ago now. We were there for a week, and the problem with that, we kept moving the houseboat every day and a half, so that was kind of crummy. And I didn't do a lot of wakeboarding in Powell, only because I couldn't get anyone that wanted to go out early when it was real nice out. So we kind of sky skied in the middle of the day and goofed around, swam and fished. But it was a beautiful place, and I went during a super packed time of year. It's like the end of June after school got out. I love to go like in, I'd like to have gone to Brostock, but end of September is awesome. October is unreal there. Oh, how's a guy my age, which I'm 55, going on 56, August 2nd. Send presents. Stay in shape at this demanding sport. It's just pure luck right now, buddy. I hear a lot about Candy Lake. Where is it? It's inland from the beach. It's about 60 miles inland, near Lake Elsinore. And Candy Lake is the biggest gated community in the United States. I say gated. And it's fun out there. There's so many great riders. You can go out anytime, and there's usually somebody in the backwater. The main lake you can't really ride because you can't have big wakes out there. DV wants to know what format I need artwork in. If you go to my website, action2.net, and go to, I think, artwork, it'll tell you what formats I enjoy, which basically be Illustrator, Photoshop, CorelDRAW, and it'll give you the resolutions and all that. And my website, or my email's on there. You can email me stuff. So time for a break for me. I'm going to have a little this. For you that people that didn't tune in earlier, I just got back from a paddleboard session with a buddy of mine, Scott, down in Newport or Huntington Harbor. Well, paddleboard is like an 11-foot surfboard. You stand up, and you have one like outrigger paddle. Had a blast. I definitely would do that again. Let's see. DB wants to know the breakdown. You'll recommend ordering lots of shirt sizes. It depends if you're selling to kids or adults or both. And if it's a rock concert or if it's a high school football team or just a family reunion. So it's hard to say that. yeah, I mean, we could talk if you want to call later tomorrow. I can figure out. Oh, DV said adults. My normal turnaround is about a week, and that's depending on if you're giving me artwork or if I'm giving artwork. It usually takes me a day or so. Depends on my schedule to pump out some sketches or some sample designs, and it might be oh, hey Greg. When I keep looking over here, it's because I'm running dual screens of the TV. Look at that. My finger's broken. The TV camera's here, but on my 26-inch monitor, that's where all the text messages are coming. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. So my turnaround time is about a week to 2 weeks. If you said 10 working days, that was super easy. How much does your artwork add to the cost? Depends what I'm doing. If I'm drawing a stick man or the Mona Lisa, you know, it's all different. I'll even talk you off air on that. Basic charge is depends on what I'm doing. If I'm really into it, you get a little bit better price. Maybe I missed it since before, but what's Abby saying? Abby didn't finish her sentence. So if I'm doing a big job for somebody, I want to give them the best artwork I can. So they're going to sell more shirts. I'm going to do more printing, and we're all happy. So the bigger the order, the harder I work. But I work real hard for the small orders too. Any plans this weekend? Saturday, I'm not sure what's in store. I might go surfing. And then Saturday afternoon, we're picking my daughter up from the Supai Indian thing, the trip to the Grand Canyon. She's been on backpacking trip for a week. And then Sunday's Father's Day, which we're going to go see my father and mother-in-law, Dorothy and Cy Wright, and probably take them to Norm's, their favorite restaurant. And then go over to my older daughter's. She lives in Newport Beach. They have a big community giant pool, jacuzzi, barbecue there, and I think she wants to watch Captain Ron. Where's the most awesome place in the U.S. to wakeboard? Oh, I haven't been to all of them, but I've only been to a handful. Probably the most coolest place I've ever wakeboarded is with Greg Necrason at his lake in Florida. Greg was driving, I was behind the boat, he was coaching me, and that was pretty awesome. Another place would be Pat McElhaney's place. He's got a great river down in Seguin, Texas. It's a long drive for me to go to either one of those. You're welcome, DV. How do I come up with my designs, Abby wants to know? Well, it depends what I'm drawing. But I'm an artist, so I don't know where they come from. Up here somewhere. Hopefully from up here. I was going to shower and comb my hair, but I just got back from the paddleboarding thing. And my computer was hard to get loaded on, but who cares? Bye, Jack. Julie wants to know, how does Bodfish, California rate for wakeboarding? It's one of the best places near Lake Elsinore or Lake Isabella to wakeboard at. I know that. I know a man up there that I love. It's my daddy, Dad or John Pearson. Happy birthday pretty soon, Dad. My dad's not a wakeboarder. He's from Minnesota, Kasota, Minnesota, which is the land of 1,000 lakes. If they had wakeboarding back then, I'm sure he would do that. He was a body surfer when he lived in Long Beach, California. Greg says, what size surfboard am I riding these days? Well, the last one I rode was my 9-footer, but I will be riding my 610 board Saturday. And I also ride a 7.6 Aggie. Wakeboard mom, how old were you when you first learned to wakeboard? I hate to say it, but I think I was like 35, 36, something like that whenever wakeboarding started. That's sad. That's why, you know. I wish I would have started when I was a young punk kid. I would be fearless now. Because it seems like all the tricks you learn, you kind of keep, you carry them through your old age. But I'm to the point I still need to, there's so many new tricks I need to learn. That picture behind me, that's in Cuba. Oh, my sister goes, I remember when I was riding a unicycle. I kept doing that by myself until I finally learned that. And my longest unicycle ride was from my house to Fabulous Eddie's, which was where they had trampolines back then. This is like, shoot, probably like 6th or 7th grade. I rode it there, had lunch, rode it back. But I used to jump off curbs and do little tricks on them. I love you. I still can ride them. My neighbor had one. I rode it. It was pretty fun. See, Greg Benoit. Greg's a surfer. He's retired from, I can't think of the high school. This local high school here. I wish my brother could have seen this, but he's in Georgia right now, moving back to Nashville, Tennessee next week. Him and his wife, his little girl, Jessie Grace. Oh, Gary says we recorded it. Thanks for the time. How are the waves today? They were kind of blown out and small, but didn't go out till later. Do I have a minimum order for shirts? No, I don't have a minimum because the minimum is 1, and I've done that for like the President of the United States, the last several of them, where they needed 1 shirt. I had the honor of making those. Made them for some of the big shots and like 20th Century Fox, but that gets real expensive. Those guys don't have a budget. So my minimum order that I like to do is 6 to 10 dozen, but I do 2 and 3 dozen all the time. I'm doing, I think for Laguna Beach High School right now, I think their order's like 3 dozen, something like that, a 2-color print. Can I do doggy shirts? Yes, I can print on doggy shirts. We've done those in the past. Yeah, my sister got a new dog. I think, forget the dog's name already. What's your dog's name, Julie? I knew it was something funny. I also do cat shirts, but not for cats to wear, but they're the people to wear. Oh yeah, my sister's dog's name is Baby. It's a kind of a rescue Chihuahua, and my sister's a big dog and animal lover. Same with Jennifer. Let's see, Abby. What is the first one? Okay, Abby writes, what if the first order is smaller? Would we need more later? Would you do the order? Yes, of course. I kind of get that idea up front, especially when we're doing a contest. there's no reason for me to, like this Wake Fest, I got this Wake Fest t-shirt. I know in a week that we're not going to keep the screens because it's an annual event. It's like a Christmas party. I'm not going to print Christmas party shirts again and again and again. But if it's a design, yes, we keep it. If it's a restaurant that the restaurant's going to reorder, of course we keep all the screens. We facilitate all the ordering we can. And sometimes, yeah, because everybody's human in this economy, people are ordering giant and then hoping they sell them. They may order like medium. They sell them out. Like my sister just pointed out, that National Cat shirts are getting ready to reorder. So once I do a batch of shirts for somebody, if they need a fill-in, we always take care of that. Oh, my Julie's dog was named Mojo, but it sounded too much like No. That's why I named it Baby. I would have named it Taco. Has anyone seen Gran Torino? We saw it, my wife and I, the other night. For you egg rolls out there. My sister asked, do I have a ranking? I don't think so. Just locally. So, what other questions we need to know? We talked about t-shirts, talked about wakeboarding. Do I have any wakeboard stories? I'm sure I do. Oh, Jennifer's on. Hi, Jennifer. We talked a little bit about you and this Sunday. I think I'm going to get a lot of people over there now to Park Newport in Newport Beach. Oh, Jennifer says everyone's welcome if they can get through the gate. Bring your own beer, and third, we'll cook it up. I already mentioned that, Jennifer. We are going to watch Captain Ron on the big screen. So, I assume Kit's on his way home. If not, I'll tell you what I did earlier today, Jennifer. We got to get Mom out there too, but rented a paddleboard next to Captain Jack's in Sunset Beach, and me and a buddy Scott went paddling around the harbor, Huntington Harbor today. We stopped in and bought a beer at a restaurant that's right by where Brett keeps his boat at. Brett and Danae, we need to get them out there so we can stop at their boat. Be fun. So we talked about wakeboarding. We talked about my shirt company. Again, I'm going to plug it. Action2.net. That's the number 2. How expensive is it to get into wakeboarding? You can rent wakeboards at your local pro shop. They'll usually let you demo a board, and that demo price usually goes to your purchase price. So go to your local lake, your pro shop. Speaking of pro shops, so how expensive is it? Wakeboard bindings are, for the top of the line stuff, are $250 to $350, $399, something like that. Top wakeboards are $300, $400, but you can buy nice packages. Every brand has a middle line. They're not a beginner model per se, but a lower end that they can sell cheaper, and you can probably get a nice setup for $300, $400. They need rope. Do I give lessons? Yes, I give lessons all the time, but they're for free. So anyone that I ride with, I'm always giving lessons, and I enjoy that. I've taught. I wish I had a book for all the people I taught how to water ski and wakeboard. It would have been fun. I got a question here. Do you think Craig Loud gives lessons? I've been trying to get Craig to go to Mexico for the last 15 years. Same with Dennis Tilgren. These guys can surf, but I want to get them behind a boat. What is a good age to start learning how to wakeboard? This is from Wakeboard Mom. I can only think that when the child wants to do it, that's when they're ready. If they want to do it at age 4 or 5, that's great. My friend Damien, his son Caden, we'd ask him every day. Damien's won nationals and worlds. He's this awesome rider. But his son, we kept going, Caden, are you going to wakeboard today? He goes, oh, I'm going to wakeboard tomorrow. So tomorrow would come, and we'd always say, okay, today's today. He goes, no, I'll wakeboard tomorrow. So finally we pulled him behind my boat. Damien held the rope about 15 foot out, and he rode for just a little ways. He went outside the wake, and he fell, and we're thinking, oh, no, he's not going to like it. And he got back in the boat, and he goes, that was awesome. And then he was hooked ever since. And a year later, he's down at our house in Mexico, at his house, too. They live next door. And we heard Caden, who was probably 6.5 at that time, telling another little boy what to expect on his first wakeboard ride. He was giving lessons at age 6, so that was pretty cool. So I'm thinking 5, 6, 7. When they're ready, they'll get hooked. My sister writes that Craig Loud may not be able to wakeboard because he can't put his wetsuit on. And back in our probably junior year in high school, we're at the cliffs here in Heineken Beach. Wintertime, we're all putting our wetsuits on. Back then they had they're normally like black wetsuits with like a big red or blue knee patch. And the zippers were in the back. And he puts his wetsuit all on. It takes a long time to put a surfing wetsuit on. His zipper was in the front, his knee pads were in the back, and he goes, man, this feels funny. So 38 years later, we're still joking with him. So, but I'm sure he can get out there and do it. All he has to do is try. You have to start sometime. So, for you, I keep looking over this other screen because that's where the typing's coming in at. So, but the camera, like it says, is right here, right there. Any other questions? Did I cover everything? See if I have any more stories. I should have wrote something down. Wakeboard stories. Oh, I know. We've been out to the National Wakeboard Contest several times in Florida, and we'd be having breakfast in the morning with like Susie and Jennifer, Jasmine and Jade. They'd be sitting there, and you see all their little wakeboard families, and this is obviously an amateur contest with pros also, but there's all the different age brackets from novice to, junior boys, and so forth, junior men's too, and all that. And all these parents would look over and go, oh, they see 3 cute little blonde girls, and they go, oh, so which one is one of you guys riding the contest today? And my wife would always go, yeah, my biggest boy right here, and it was always me, so we always got a little kick out of that. They always thought one of the girls would be in the contest, and here's this old dude. But the good thing about that is I'm still having fun doing it, and that's what it's all about. Oh, Dottie finally got me on screen. Hey, Dottie. She's in Minnesota, I think Kasota, Minnesota. Abby wants to know, she goes, I water ski how is the transition to wakeboarding? Well, you're probably not going to go back to water skiing. There's only a certain amount of tricks you can do on a water ski. Crossing the wake real fast, you can only jump 6 inches to a foot high. You might be able to do a tick-tock turn. You might do a body slide. I'm not putting down water skiers. They have their own deal. They compete around buoys, and that's all cool. But their run is like 30 seconds long, something like that. Where wakeboarding, you're going to use a lot less muscles. It's a lot more fun. You can do every trick one way. You can switch and do a fakie or switch foot. So the transition is super easy. And you already have wake knowledge. You wakeboard a lot slower. You probably water ski 32 miles an hour is probably average. Probably average wakeboard speed is 20 to 24. Unless you're Randy Harris, you're 29 or something like that. But we are not Randy Harris. I ride at 23.2. My particular speed I like. Do they have age categories for competing in wakeboarding? Yes, they do. Like I said, they have like novice for like beginners. I mean, I could be in the novice division if I was a beginner. There's not an age bracket on novice. So there's novice. There's like kids division, who I think is like something to 9 years old and 9 to 12 or 13, something like that. Then the junior men's, I think, is 14 to 19. Then you have like 20 to 25, or 20 to 24, 25 to 29. Then you have masters, which is 30 and over. Veterans, 40 and over. And locally here in Canyon Lake, we have the super vets, which is 50 years and over. And right now there's only 2 of us riding, so we need to get some more riders out there. I'm 55. I'll be 56 in August. And Byron Baum is 62. And he just had a birthday a couple weeks ago. So happy birthday, Byron. Ron says hello. Hi, Ron. I'll tell that Dottie from Minnesota says to say hi to Susie and my girls. My dad wants to know, can I wakeboard in Mojave? If there's any lakes out there or ponds, I haven't done any winching yet, but a lot of my friends are winching, which is electric or a gas-driven winch, and they can do little pools and ponds, streams. Goodbye, wakeboard mom. Are you leaving us? You should get out on the water. My wife wakeboards. She's not doing any major tricks, but she's out there wakeboarding. And when she's out there, my daughters, my daughter and her friends are going, geez, my mom would never do that. And so we're all proud of Susie for keep charging it. And she does good. And she's a sky skier also. Oh, you're pregnant with twins right now, 9 months. Good luck with that. And they're twin boys. Did I hear? I think I remember that. Yes, they are twin boys. Do we have names yet, or is that going to be a surprise? Are they going to be 4th of July babies? I heard they're ready on the 1st, but maybe we're going to have a 4th of July baby. And I don't know, does anyone wakeboard Mojave? Mojave's a desert, but I think there's Lake Mojave. Yeah, I've been out there. Been out there with the Lukes and John Bolt. John had a great time out there. He overate. Let's see. Oh, my sister had twin boys, which I knew that. But she rides Twins Rock. Her little baby twins are only 22 years old now, Trenton and Taylor. Oh, Tillman and Thomas. And hopefully before the 4th of July. Oh, my sister writes, those are great names. She likes the T names. We're a J name family ourselves. Julie, Jeff, Joe, Jack, Jay, Jennifer, Jasmine, and Uncle Jim. How many children do I have? I have 3. I've got Jade, who just graduated high school. She's at the Grand Canyon right now, with this down to the Supai, which is I think it's a 13-hour hike going down. With our church group, Seaside Community Church. She'll be turning 18 next month in July. Jasmine just had a birthday a week ago, and she's 26, living in San Diego. Jasmine's website is onceuponamural.net. And let's see. Jasmine's 26, and Jennifer is coming on 29. And what's today? The 18th, in about 11 days from now. And she lives in Newport Beach. She's invited everyone over to her house this Sunday at Park Newport. So come on down from Utah. Where would my dream vacation be to wakeboard? Oh, I think a wakeboard camp would be, well, that's not a vacation. It would be a vacation for me, but a dream vacation. I would think in New Zealand. New Zealand would be awesome. We've got an invite down there by one of the world competitors I rode against a couple of years ago. But I've seen movies and pictures of the people wakeboarding down there. It's just gorgeous. My sister writes, Jasmine does awesome artwork. Yeah, she's a fantastic artist. And she does murals. She does paintings on plates for weddings, gifts. Paint in front of your house, your pet. Again, her is onceuponamural.net. And she sounds like she's going to do some work on my sister's house in Santa Maria. She'll have to do that on the long weekends. She just got a job Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, but she can take long weekends off. And her dog is Iggy, the famous Chihuahua Terrier, fuzzy-headed dog. Someone from New Jersey. Did I ever wakeboard in the Northeast? Not yet, but I plan to wakeboard like with JB up in his area, which my wife wants to go on vacation to New York City, and I think JB said he's 86 miles from there, so we'd take a day out and go do that. There are some wakeboard teams in Hawaii, but the person who wrote in, which I think is from Oregon, no, there's not going to be that team up there. But there are some great wakeboarders. Ryan Sebring lives there, and I think, who else? A lot of great wakeboarders. The Flying Hawaiian lives there. Oh, is that? Oh, Maurice is calling. Hello? Hey, Maurice.
Dude, how'd you like it?
Oh, good. I'm still online.
Yeah, oh, man. Did you, are you finished?
No.
Oh, you're still going?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, okay, go. I'll call you after, like, if
All right, yeah, I just got an invite to go out to New Jersey. All right, Maurice. Go. All right, bye-bye. Maurice says hi to everybody. Maurice is he's lives in Provo, Utah, and he's on his way home, so he's hasn't seen much of this other than the very beginning. Let's see. Oh, where in New Jersey are you? Oh, Bordentown. Okay. So you must ride with Alex Kenton. Kenton, do I say his name right? The Garden State. A little fact. Let's see. You forgot his. Oh, the Dave from New Jersey used to ride JB. JB used to live here in Long Beach, which is not too far from us. Cool. So did you see the shirt I'm wearing, Dave? Sporting the colors. Did you go to the New Jersey Wake Fest? My daughter has been through Trenton Ferry to the New York City, so she's gone that direction. No, the Sween doesn't wakeboard. He doesn't need to. For you folks that know the Sween, that was a question sent in. Oh, Great Wake, which is, I think his name's Dave. Was it, you were at Wake Fest last week? I sent, no, I didn't send him one. I sent a text picture of my Stoke meter shirt to the Brostock to Maurice from our Canyon Lake wakeboard contest we had last Saturday. I kept waiting for an airline ticket to go out to New Jersey. I would have skipped my contest. New Jersey, oh, you saw that. Yeah, Dave, you just got on, but Jennifer invited everyone over to her house Sunday for Father's Day. Beer and barbecue and a movie. Place is awesome. The guy named Sween, he lives in Huntington Beach. He's bald, and he's one of the funniest guys you ever meet. And you'll know him if you knew him. How's that? My sister was in Trenton, New Jersey, and took many photos because her son is named Trenton. It makes sense. Well, you can make it out in 3 days. What is it? Today's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, you can make it in 3 days. Hi, Brado. He's up. I get a thing. Brado is his. Braden Diaz is up here wakeboarding Crater Lake. I think that's too cold up there. I was there in July one year and there was snow on the ground and nowhere to launch your boat. Yeah, we're going to watch Captain Ron on Sunday. So I guess we're going to have beer and some, maybe some Morgan's, Captain Morgan's ice, Morgan and something good. Some good fruit juice. Keep me healthy. Maybe some spiced Morgan. Yeah, the Sween rocks. Went to his 70th birthday about a year and a half ago. And he's doing great right now. For those who asked. I haven't heard anything from the, you're talking about Breda. I haven't heard anything from any of those guys for a while. Yes, Sween, let's see. The Swede rocks, and I bet he wakeboards too. Well, no, he doesn't wakeboard, but he's the Swede, and he'd let you know it. Great Wake from New Jersey says Captain Morgan and Coke rocks. I'm 55 and I haven't had a Coke or Diet Coke or Pepsi Cola product since I was 13 because I didn't want to get zits on my face when I was a freshman. So I wouldn't know what a rum and Coke tastes like. But I can have a 7-Up and Stolies. Wish I had one right now. I just got some cranberry juice. Yes, I get a Swing Cruises is in PCH in his convertible, and it says the Swing on his license plate. You can't miss him. Yes, I do drink Mountain Dew. And yes, I do drink 2 Buck Chuck, but I normally change the label to something funny. It tastes better that way. I've had my cactus coolers. I've had, what do we have down in Mexico, that one place? It was River Water on the poker run. Robert Pabon had 4 and he didn't wake up so good the next morning. I make the best labels for the 2 Buck Chuck. In fact, I sell some of them for personalized bottles. It's a decent wine. What else we got? Jamie Sterling just showed up and he wants to wakeboard Crater Lake with Brado. Where'd he show up to? To your house? Are you making the famous hot dogs that you bought for $1.39? Right on. How's the weather in Oregon? You guys, everything good? Your plants growing? We're getting over the June gloom. Does my brother wakeboard in Nashville? No, he bass fishes there. And he catches bass and he lets them go. I do that too, but what else does my brother do? My brother's an entertainer. You can Google him on Jeff Pearson at YouTube or something. There's a couple of Jeff Pearsons, but he's songwriting one. Nashville's got some. He's got the Columbus River near him there. Yeah, there's a bunch of nice lakes. I have wakeboarded out there. Oh wait, have I? No, I haven't. I've seen it done. But I know they have like wakeboard Nashville.com, something like that. Let's see, what else? That's it. So, if anyone doesn't have any other questions, I'm going to say goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. I don't see anything popping up. So, if you're driving off from New Jersey, you better start going. Do any animals wakeboard? Yes, I've seen little squirrels do it. And I think I've seen some monkeys do it, but squirrels do it for sure. They're not that good. I'm a little bit better than them. Not by much. Abby wants to know the website again. I'll give you my website is action2.net. That's for my t-shirts. Again, go see my picture of my boat and where I ride in Mexico, what the water looks like. My daughter's website, who's also an artist. She lives in San Diego, travels around. She does a little bit different art, more muraling. Her website is onceuponamural.net, and she's quite good. She won some contests. And don't forget stokemeter.com. Oh, I know what I was going to say. For the just few of you who are out there, I think it's the 26th of this month. California Correct Craft and the Green Room is, what are they doing? They're going to premiere a new Hyperlight movie. And I forget the name of it. But go see it if you're in the area. It's the new team movie. They haven't had a team movie in 3 years, so it should be awesome. And it's filmed a little bit differently. I think the guys hanging out rather than a section. More of the guys hanging and riding together. I think the opening shot's supposed to be pretty amazing with 7 boats going through a double up. Pretty much one after each other. The Green Room moved. No, they're still at California Correct Craft, I believe. Which is in Norco, the famous Norco. Alright, bye. Bye, everybody. I'm going to push the stop record button, I think, right now. See ya. Give everybody one of these if I can get into camera. Oh, the surf shop. No, Jennifer, I meant the wakeboard shop. So I guess I'm not taking it up yet. Alright, bye-bye, everybody. Where's the stop? Alright. Stop. Push here.